Hey everybody, I just wanted to film another mini album that I finished today. Um, this one is sort of inspired by a Western theme. I saw a gal who had done a fabulous mini using the Old West cartridge, and her pages were made out of the cowboy boot, and I just fell in love with that. So this is that's my inspiration for this album. Okay, the papers that I used, I thought I would show you. It's a mixture of two papers. What I did was I took this Wanted collection and used this Tim Holtz die. I think it's the Baroque die to make photo mats. So all the papers you see in the Baroque die cut came from the Wanted collection, and everything else came from this collection here. And there's no name to it, but I just thought I'd show it to you in case you're interested. And after I saw that mini album that was so fabulous, I was in the quilt shop and I found this, and it reminded me of it so much. And so my challenge, what I did to challenge myself, was find paper that matched this same color tone. I love the way the duck egg blue was really popping out against the neutrals, and this deep rose red and light cream beigey rose color. So I hope when you see the album you'll think back on the color inspiration that I was going for, so you can kind of see they were fairly close. So for the cover, the first thing I did was I colored, these were pre-cut chipboard pages, and I colored them in this duck egg blue. And this is the only, there's this and one other flower is the only Prima product on the whole thing. I got this from a jewelry store, and this I cut out from this paper here, and it's from My Mind's Eye, and it's called Lost and Found. This is a very cool paper collection. I wanted to show you one other page in the kit, well, not the kit, but the collection that I couldn't manage to fit onto the album. But it's called Lost and Found, and it's from My Mind's Eye. So here's the album again. Sorry about the abrupt stop. I just spilled Pepsi all over the table. Close call. I think it just made the back page look a little more distressed. So anyways, here's my my charm. These are Teresa Collins things. This is a little bit of the chain from the cover left over, and some Swarovski pearls, and this is antique copper charm. I was hoping to fill all of this up with antique copper charms, but this one was like $5, so I'm like, no way. I've just, I was aiming for a Western theme, so this is what I've got so far. So first I'll show you like the double page spread, and then I'll walk you through each page at a time. So on the left page, I cut this out from the Birthday Bash cartridge. It's a little envelope, and this is a store-bought doily. I bought them in a set, and I just for my photo mats I use the Baroque die from Tim Holtz. And I don't know if this kind of reminds me of like a saloon with elements of the saloon ladies with lace like for their petticoats and costume jewelry or whatever. And then the crochet kind of reminded me of that era when people made things by hand, sort of the prairie era. This totally reminds me of like a saloon, like from the Wild Wild West or whatever. The Victorian era had a lot of these deep rose colors. So on this page here, this is from the Birthday Bash Cricut cartridge. I got the star, and I didn't glue it in all the way so that when the photo goes in, it can slip under the star. And these are cuts from the Birthday Bash cartridge. And these are Basil Basics flowers, and these are sort of like the Prima pebbles, but from another company. So I really wanted to stick with the color theme of this quilt. You can kind of see from these two pages where the deep rose and the blue and the wood grain colors are pretty consistent with that. So here's my second double page spread here, and I'll start with this page. This is the other Prima flower that came together as a set with the flower in the front. And I got this from a Cricut cartridge for a photo frame. I just glued the bottom so when I'm ready to put the photo in, it can slip right in. And this also came from the Lost and Found collection from My Mind's Eye. It was like a little banner. It was really super sweet. Gave me a lot of good ideas to make my own. I just bought a couple yards of this lace. It was like 30% off at a quilt shop. I was really happy to find it 'cause it's hard to find good lace at Joann's. And then over here, this is some bling from Teresa Collins' new Posh collection. And this is from Pink Paisley, their Parisian collection. I had the store I went to had a few pages of that left, and that bluish turquoise seemed to really match well with my color palette. And then I got the new, well, it's not new, but it's new for me, the Tim Holtz tag, and I made these tags to fit in here for journaling and photos or whatever I decide to do with it. And I just distressed the edges and put some Teresa Collins bling inside. All the colors seem to match really well. So I was really happy with the way these two pages came out. So I'll take you to the next double page spread. This page is darker, and I just wanted to pick up some darker colors that reminded me of things like saddles and leather boots and things, not cactus flowers, but colors that you might see in the West when the sun sets, these darker browns. And just really trying to figure out ways to decorate these tags to stick inside here. So I like the previous page layout better, but once these things were down, they were down, so there wasn't much I could do to rearrange, but I'm okay with it. I like this page better. I found this lace at a scrapbook store, and again I used the Baroque die with the wanted paper for photo mats and this really pretty brown lace. So I put a little bling in the on the pages because just kind of thinking of the Old West. You know, women in the Victorian era definitely wore like jewelry with marcasite, things like that. So I was just thinking of that color and sort of that overall kind of invoke that kind of feeling, that imagery. Okay, here's the next double page spread, and I did something a little bit clever here. Well, I don't know if it's clever, but I took the Baroque die and I put it in with a brad so that it can be sort of like a peekaboo, because I just didn't want every page to look the same, and I was trying to figure out ways to make it look different, and I really like the way these doily colors tied in with the background paper here. This isn't Prima bling, it's some other bling, and I think I might have blinged it up too much. But anyways, I might be able to manipulate that later on. This page I'm really happy with. I got the new Crop-A-Dile with the punch that I think that's a ticket punch, or they call it stub. And I just used that to make this really pretty photo mat. And I took a trio of these crochet flowers that came together in one set and added some of these centers to it, and I'll eventually put a photo in here. And then here is my last page layout, and this is the banner from the Birthday Bash, one of the banners. This is the scalloped edge banner, and I just ran twine through it. And then I made a few note cards, and this is the page that the Pepsi fell on. So these were originally sort of hanging out in here like that. You can see my Pepsi is still drying. Hopefully it'll just kind of look like tea stain. I'm going to have to figure out how to solve that. And then this is the last inside page. And it's so funny. It's almost like after going through all the pages, it's like, oh, I learned that, and then I'm like, okay, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that, and then at the end you're like, oh my gosh, I think I know how to do all this, and it's like, okay, the last page. All lessons learned applied to the last page. I love the way this bling got cut up and arranged over there with the lace and the trio of crochet flowers and this little flower here. And believe it or not, this was the page got covered with Pepsi. We quickly blow dried it. And then the last page, I just have this floral, it almost looks like wallpaper to me. And I found this bow and a sticker collection, and part of the Tim Holtz tag came with a book plate, and I have a book plate all ready to put on here, and I'm going to put a word underneath, well, inside the book plate, and then use, try to go to the store and get some brads that look like antique brass and just put that there. So anyways, I'm kind of proud of this one. It's really the first album that I did myself without following a class. I just got inspired by a theme and a color palette and just went for it. So I'm really proud of this, and I hope you enjoyed my video.